Father Andrew, Father Peter, members of the Parish Council, and the Inclusion Awareness Committee, thank you so much for inviting us to speak this morning on this Inclusion Awareness Sunday. I love you. 3 simple words. Most parents can't wait to hear their children tell them. That is not how it is with my Alex. He can repeat it, but he can't say it on his own or without a friend. My husband Peter and I have tried for many years to have children, and in 2008, God blessed us with 2 beautiful babies, Maria and Alex. Both of them are our joy, our happiness, and our life. Alex was diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder at 2.5 years old. To say that we were devastated by the diagnosis would be an understatement. But God gave us and gives us the strength to go on. Autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, as it's known, is a neurological developmental disorder that affects social interaction and verbal communication. There is often nothing about how people with ASD look that sets them apart from other people. But they may communicate, interact, behave, and learn in ways that are different from most other people. The learning, thinking, and problem-solving abilities of people with ASD can range from gifted to severely challenged. Some people with ASD need a lot of help in their daily lives. Others need less. From 2.5 years old to now, Alex's day starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. He goes to school, comes home, and without any downtime, goes right into his private therapy sessions, either at home or at a nearby therapeutic facility. Alex does all these things, goes through all of these things, to learn those habits and activities of life that the rest of us take for granted. To put it in perspective, Alex has basically been working a full-time job since he was 2 years old. At this time, Alex works with over 20 wonderful adults each week to help them achieve the everyday activities and concepts. For example, saying hello to someone, maintaining eye contact, understanding how to stay safe, waiting in line, learning how to play appropriately, etc. Things that may come naturally to a typical 7-year-old, but not to Alex. In addition, Alex has worked so hard in speech therapy so he can learn how to talk, first with single sounds, then words, then with phrases. And now we're working on small sentences. All building blocks, they start to make sense somewhat to Alex. He did not talk. I did not know my son's voice until he was 4.5 years old, which was the very first time he said no. In the beginning, before ADA or any other therapy, it was really difficult. Alex would have very long tantrums for no apparent reason to us. He would need constant supervision to stay in any given place. Even now, I can't take Alex and Maria for everyday errands on my own. Having a child with special needs affects everybody in your family. It puts a stress on your marriage, depletes your finances, and affects your other children. You will do anything, pay anything, schedule around anything to have your child succeed. When he is older, we want to know that we did everything we could do to help him grow and become all that he can be. As I stated earlier, at times it also affects other children. Although Maria loves her brother, I feel she is also burdened with his autism. Even at her young age, she has grown-up responsibilities. Our schedule revolves around Alex's therapies, so she misses out on extracurricular activities, going to the park or library, play dates, family time. But this is our normal, Maria's normal. And through it all, she still loves her brother, and is probably the one that misses playing with him the most. With all the bops to the head, his choice always of his movies, and occasional bite, she still wants to be close to him, sleep next to him, and just be with him. Coming to church was very difficult. The cry room was the only way we could attend church, even as they got older. Even in the cry room, Alice would need the iPad, and we had to give him snacks to eat the whole time to just keep him occupied so we could attend church. Those were difficult times. Autism not only isolated Alex from other people, but also isolated us. St. Demetrios has been my church home for over 40 years, But when we attended, I was always stressed out about how he would be, if there would be a tantrum, what might set him up. The truth is, sometimes it was just easier staying home. And I miss my church so much. Thankfully, we are slowly making our way into the main church. Don't be surprised if you still see a snack here and there. Alex is able to say the Our Father clearly, and we are working on learning the creed. We are still working on waiting our turn. The line for Ephanion on Holy Wednesday will be the test to see if his therapy is working or paying off. Last year, when registering for Sunday school in Joy, I became upset because I thought to myself, Alex can't go to these. So I called Father Andrew and asked if Alex could participate. And without hesitation, Father Andrew said, of course, all children are included, as the church is there for everyone, and that Alex could participate as fully as he wanted. Of course, I knew that was what the answer was going to be, but it was so important to me that he be part of our beautiful parish. And now, Alex is in Sunday school and in Joy with his peers. He still needs help and supervision, but he's there with everybody else. And he is not separated and left out of anything. I decided at the very beginning of Alex's diagnosis that my son's autism may separate him from people around him, but I was not going to separate him from us, his family, his church, and the world around him.
Yes.
Next comes our family, our support group, who through so many ways have helped us and continue to help us. So many times they helped without even realizing it. Saying thank you to them just doesn't feel strong enough. We are truly blessed and so very thankful to have our family and their support. We know that other families are not so lucky. Having said all that, there is still worry. We worry if we are doing enough. We worry if we are doing the right therapies and the right forms of discipline. We worry about the future, of what will happen to Alex when we are not here to care for him. Just like the care, our worries is always constant. It lingers a lifetime. Yet there are some things that we and others can do to include and help all people with special needs. It is up to us as parents to talk to our children about other children or adults with special needs. How are they supposed to know how to act if we don't have that discussion with them? Sometimes we as adults don't know how to act. For Alex, say hello, connect with him. Even if he does not connect with you, he still notices and knows you are there. For example, last year at one of our church events, one of our parishioners prompted her son to say hi to Alex, and he did. I had to tell Alex to say hi back, and he did. You have no idea how much that meant to me. As Presbytera said earlier, a few years back, I remember when Costa Zagrafopoulos came and was speaking on this very day, and he was talking about his foundation, telling us to just say hi. I never knew that this phrase would ring so true to our family. I know that someday, with God's help and grace, through every smile Alex makes, with every namaste that he says to me when he goes to bed, with every sound of delight and with every laugh, I know that is how my Alex tells me I love you now.